Alright, good morning everyone. Happy Monday. It's a brand new week. So for today's warm-up, it's going to be 2 rounds of 10 forward back leg swings, 15 over and backs, and 20 jumping jacks. So the over and back leg swings, I like to hold on to something just to keep myself stable. But it's going to be 5 aside. When we're doing this, we want to really try and stretch out that top position and that back position. So, right, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, we're at the top. We're trying to get that leg as straight and as long as possible, as high as possible. You should feel a stretch in the back of the leg. At the back, still want that leg straight, but now we're trying to get the heel as high as possible. Should feel a stretch in the front of the hip flexor. So 5 on one side, 5 on the other. And then 15 over and backs. That's like a leg swing with our arms. Again, trying to exaggerate that top and bottom position. Keep those arms relatively straight. And then jumping jacks, right? And then you go back to the top. So 10 leg swings, 15 over and backs, 20 jumping jacks, 10 leg swings, 15 over and backs, 20 jumping jacks. And then we're on to part A. So part A of today is every 3 minutes, and we're going to do 4 sets of swing sets of work. So it's going to start with a 30-second per side plank, and then 10 dead bugs and 10 bird dogs. So the side plank, we can have a couple different options here. If we want to try and weight to these, as in put weight on, you're just going to put it on your hip. I like to go off my elbow. You can't go off your hand, but we're up on a plank here. If you want to make it a little more difficult, you can do this, or you can do a star plank. But what we really care about is a straight line from my head, through my chest, through my belly, through my hips, through my knees, and then onto my feet. We're not all bent up. In addition, 10 dead bugs. So just a little bit. When we're doing those dead bugs, we want to try and hold somewhat of a hollow, so we want just our lower back on the ground. Just want to pull my hips up and my chest up, and then I'm going to go nice and slow out, pause for a second, come back in, pause for a second, come back in. So 5 aside, 10 total. And then same idea with the bird dogs. Bird dogs like an upside down dead bug. So I can do a couple things with my back here. I can be super arched up, or super hollowed up, super arched up, or I can fight for that neutral position. This is what we want. We don't want to be super arched, nor do we want to be super rounded. Okay? Or need a cat or a cow here. From here, I'm going to try and keep my hips as square as they can. And I'm going to bring one arm, one leg out, pause for a second, and then come back in and switch sides. Go out, pause for a second, come back in. Want to keep those legs and arms straight at the top. We don't want to be all bent up. But the biggest challenge is going to be keeping those hips square over your knees, keeping that belly tight, and keeping that spine neutral. So 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other of a side plank, 10 dead bugs, 10 bird dogs every 3 minutes for 4 rounds. And then we're on to part B. So part B is 5 rounds of a 2-minute AMRAP, and then you have 2 minutes of rest. So it's equal work rest. Starts off with 15 burpees and then max hang snatches with the dumbbell or kettlebell. If we don't have any equipment, instead of snatches, we're going to do lunges. These don't have to be jump lunges. I just want you to move for the full 2 minutes. So burpee, chest, thighs to the ground. At the top, I want to see air into your feet and your shoulders in line with your hips. Right? This is not the top of a burpee, nor is this the top of a burpee. This is with a little bit of air. Only need to be that high. But the full burpee, right? Down, up, little hop. Side, down, up, little hop. Hang snatch, make sure you deadlift the first one, but then it's from the knees all the way overhead. Now, in a workout like this, where we don't exactly know how long we're going to be snatching for, meaning we don't know for a fact we're going to do 20 reps or whatever, I might alternate more often than not. So either alternate all the way, or maybe do like 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Just to avoid doing a bunch on one arm and not so much on the other. The other option you could do is You know, let's say you do 3 rounds on your right and 2 rounds on your left. That'll be as good as even as you can ask for. So you do your 15 burpees. Let's say you do that in a minute 10. You have 50 seconds to do as many dumbbell hang snatches or as many lunges as you can. Lunges, just tap that knee to the ground and then come back. You can do standing, or you can do jumping, or you can do walking. It's all up to you. In those 2 minutes, we want to rest. Our focus in this workout is, let's say in the first one we get, I'm just throwing this number out here, this number means nothing, please don't be like, oh my god, I have to get this number, 30 snatches. If you get 30 snatches in your first round, you want to get around 30 snatches, right? Let's say plus or minus 20%. So which means we might be 24, we might be 36, but we're somewhere in that range. We don't want to be 30, 20, 10, and then we're 5s for the rest of the round, right? We want to be more or less consistent. Anyway, from the top, the warm-up, like I said, 2 rounds, 10 forward back leg swings, 15 over on backs, and 20 jumping jacks. Part A for today is every 3 minutes times 4, 30 seconds a side of a side plank, 10 dead bugs, and 10 bird dogs. That's 5 a side for both of those. And then for part B, it's 5 rounds of a 2-minute AMRAP with 2 minutes rest in between, 15 burpees, and then max either hang dumbbell snatches or lunges. That's all from me today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have fun. Ooh. Bye, guys.